The information contained in this video is for instructional purposes only. It should not substitute a therapist's clinical judgment or a physician's recommendations. Hello everyone, this is Belen with OT Rehab Ideas. This video will demonstrate the quick fabrication of a volar splint using OneStep material. So today we're talking a little bit about splinting for the patients recovering from a stroke. All the evidence says that splinting is really not valid for prevention of contractures or even for tone management. However, as we know, we have to take everything on a case-by-case basis and we have to use our clinical judgment. If we have a patient who has a hemiparetic upper extremity and maybe perhaps has pain from arthritis, tendonitis, or just maybe a sprain of the wrist, and you want to give them something for a very short period of time, and I would probably recommend only at nighttime, you can use a product that's called OneStep. It's by 3M, and this is just to make a quick volar splint that you would attach or support to the hand with a strap, and is again only for a temporary short time, maybe 4 or 5 days. You wouldn't send the patient home with it, and just to help alleviate some of that pain and maybe cut down the time that you have to do stretching in the morning, and you can go right into more functional activities. So I'll show you how to use it. So you can buy it in a big roll or individual packets. So you just open it. So you're going to have to dip it in water. Just remember, if you dip it in warm water, it's going to harden faster. And if you dip it in cold water, it will give you a little bit more time to work with it. You can cut the fiberglass inside. I'll show you where it is. So if you want to round the edges, you can use the scissors and cut it. This is before you dip it in water. And you can kind of maybe cut the corners a little bit to maybe round them. Okay, so to activate it, we're going to dip it in water, we're going to pat it dry, and we're going to apply it to Vanessa's hand and hold it in place with the ace wrap. So I'm just going to put it in the water. You can also kind of spray it with water with a sprayer if you don't have a little bucket. Okay. Just get some of that excess water out. So this is going to be for a volar splint. I'm going to measure the length. Vanessa's going to give you a little hand. Ideally, if you have someone else help you hold it, it works best. You want to go around the wrist first. And then you can do the forearm. That's the way I like to do this. And then I go to the hand. Good. I'm just going to end. I think if you use Cobayan, it kind of sticks to itself, so it's a little bit easier. Okay, so this is how you mold it. It's already starting to harden. I can feel it. You can do a little bit more of wrist extension if you want. And this is how the patient would wear it. So the patient would use the same ace wrap or a dry one to just keep it in place, which makes it easier for nursing too, because sometimes it's hard for them to know where the straps go when you do a splint with straps. Again, this is only temporary, maybe for like 4 days, and I would say nighttime. You don't want to encourage non-use of the hand, okay? But it might help with pain, and it might help on cutting down some time in the morning to prep the hand for functional activities. Use your clinical judgment, know the evidence on splinting, and this is an alternative. Okay, thank you. And now that you have watched this video, we would like to hear from you. Let us know when and why you would use this splint. Try fabricating one and let us know what you think. Email your responses to otrehabideas@gmail.com.